Your body has built-in survival software, ancient cellular programs that spring into action when food is scarce, energy dips, or stress hits. The kicker? You don't always need to starve, sweat, or suffer to activate these systems. Enter the clever world of molecular mimics, natural compounds from plants that trick your cells into thinking they're under mild stress. The result? A metabolic reboot that can kick off DNA repair, autophagy, and other longevity-boosting pathways. It's like giving your cells a fire drill instead of waiting for an actual fire. And science is beginning to show that these botanical tricksters, including caffeine, resveratrol, and curcumin, may play a powerful role in extending health span. Let's start with the world's most beloved alkaloid, caffeine. While most people consume it for its wake-up call, caffeine also happens to mimic a mild form of energy stress. It inhibits phosphodiesterase, which increases levels of cyclic AMP, CAMP, a signaling molecule that activates protein kinase A and, downstream, AMPK. YMPK, AMP-activated protein kinase, is your body's fuel gauge, flipping on when energy levels drop. Once activated, YMPK promotes fat burning, improves glucose handling, enhances mitochondrial health, and triggers autophagy, all classic responses to fasting or exercise. By nudging EMPK, without requiring you to skip breakfast or run a marathon, caffeine gives your cells a gentle nudge toward maintenance mode. It's a metabolic illusion with real-world benefits. Then there's resveratrol, the polyphenol most famously found in red wine. It's been hyped, criticized, and revisited by researchers for decades, and while it's no miracle cure, its mode of action is fascinating. Resveratrol activates sirtuins, a family of proteins that help regulate gene expression, DNA repair, inflammation, and mitochondrial function. Sirtuins are normally switched on during calorie restriction or fasting, when survival mode kicks in. Resveratrol, despite being a molecule plants use to protect themselves from stress, can flip the same switches in our cells. It's a brilliant case of cross-kingdom mimicry. A stressed-out grape produces resveratrol to survive, and your cells interpret it as a stress signal worth responding to. Next on the roster is curcumin, the golden polyphenol from turmeric. Curcumin doesn't just make your curry look good. It's a multitasker with anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and epigenetic effects. It modulates pathways like NRF2, a master regulator of antioxidant defenses, NF-B, inflammation control, and even mTOR, the cellular growth switch that's often overactive in aging. By nudging NRF2, curcumin ramps up the production of detoxifying and protective enzymes, while dialing down pro-inflammatory signals. This essentially gives your cells a preemptive stress response without actual damage, a perfect example of hormesis, where a little bit of stress leads to long-term resilience. But these aren't the only mimics in the longevity lineup. There's quercetin, found in onions and apples, which supports mitochondrial function and may act as a senolytic, clearing out old, dysfunctional cells. There's berberine, a compound in barberry and golden seal, which activates AMPK even more potently than caffeine, earning it the nickname plant metformin. EGCG from green tea also suppresses mTOR and promotes autophagy, helping your cells clean house. Even sulforaphane, the compound that makes broccoli a nutritional superstar, triggers mild oxidative stress to activate NRF2 and reinforce your cell's antioxidant defense systems. What all these compounds have in common is that they act as biochemical imposters. They simulate adversity, energy scarcity, oxidative stress, immune threats, without causing actual harm. Your cells, thinking they're under siege, upregulate protective pathways. They recycle damaged components, patch DNA, make new mitochondria, and tamp down unnecessary growth. It's like training for a fight that never happens, but getting stronger anyway. In evolutionary terms, this makes perfect sense. Plants produce these compounds as defense mechanisms to survive pests, UV light, drought, and microbial invaders. When we consume them, we piggyback on millions of years of plant environment adaptation. Our bodies recognize their signals as mild danger and respond accordingly. It's symbiosis at the molecular level. Of course, none of these compounds are silver bullets. They don't replace the benefits of a healthy diet, exercise, sleep, or fasting, but they may amplify or mimic those benefits in clever ways. And they appear to work best when layered into a life already signaling health. Think coffee after your morning walk, turmeric in a fiber-rich meal, green tea between meals, or a berberine supplement during a low-carb diet. The takeaway? Aging well doesn't have to mean constant deprivation. Thanks to these molecular mimics, we can activate our body's own protective software with a little help from nature's pharmacy. So go ahead, brew the coffee, eat the curry, pour the green tea. You're not just indulging in flavor. You're playing a biochemical game of charades with your cells and helping them stay young by pretending things are harder than they really are.